Hi there. I'm sort of inspired today, so I'm gonna make up another video for you with another symptom that is hearing loss. Call it deafness. I don't know. Perhaps it's politically incorrect to say deafness in several countries. I don't know. So, hearing loss or deafness, it's the same. Like being politically correct doesn't heal people. So that's not that important for biodecoding, like a discipline that's spiritual and biological at the same time. Biodecoding is not that important to be politically correct. So I'm gonna use hearing loss or deafness synonyms, and that's it. Something like I would like to tell about biological symptoms, like physical symptoms. First of all, something we've gotta understand is that our biology is a projection of our soul, like our spirit, and that's the same as saying our unconscious. Soul and unconscious are the same concept. Like for ages we had discussions, I don't know, between psychologists against priests or priests against psychologists, because psychologists talk about unconscious and priests talk about soul. And nothing against priests, nothing against psychologists, but in the end, if you analyze the speech, you're gonna realize that both are talking about the same concept. They're talking about the same. When Freud wanted to be a professor at college, there was sort of a mainstream that rejected everything that had to do with religion. So using the word soul could not be very well received in universities. So he took the soul and he called it unconscious, and that's it. So like here I'm coming to talk about something new. That was the Freud's attitude. But he wasn't talking about something new. He was talking about something ancient. The unconscious is what controls your life and decides what you do, what you don't, what happens to you, what doesn't happen to you. Everything is in the unconscious. And the consciousness process is in part bringing information that is being held in the unconscious that's infinity. Like it doesn't have limits or boundaries. I mean, let's say like the unconscious would be something like Google Drive, like a place where everything is stored and there's infinite room to store more and more information. And the mind would be the conscious, it's the mind, would be something like your hard drive. Your hard drive has a limit, so the storage is limited. Of course, so in your hard drive, like in your mind, you're gonna have several information, but in your unconscious, you will have infinite information. Part of the consciousness process is like to download information from the unconscious to the conscious. That's to say, from the soul to the mind. That's part of the process at a discipline like biodecoding. And the other part of the process are the rituals. The rituals are something we do to give an order from the mind to the unconscious to program a reality that is different or alternative to the one that's creating now. It's very deep, it's very profound. Perhaps it will take some time to be understood by someone that's new at this. Anyway, we were going to talk about deafness. So, every symptom, anything that happens in our life is something that is being repeated or something that is being repaired or avoided. You know? So let's say, let's go like by avoiding or repairing, okay? Let's say you are suffering or hearing loss since you're 30 years old, like, okay, well, then you've got to see if you're gonna go by this polarity of repairing or avoiding. You have to see this as a solution to a conflict that you've got in your life, and that conflict might be, maybe, or probably is related to being suffering like verbal aggression, like having to hear things that are causing you pain that you don't want to hear, like aggression, like, I don't know, things like, I don't know, someone saying you're good for nothing, you're useless, you're not very smart, you're dumb, whatever. That will be your biology repairing or trying to repair a conflict. So, like, the solution for that is don't hear anymore. Hearing loss, deafness. That's one of those. One of the possible stories that would explain deafness. Like, in the end, deafness is a conflict related to like an audition contact related to auditive stuff. Okay, that would be. Then, for instance, you can be deaf because your biology is repeating something that is going on in your life, and that is not being able to hear someone you do want to hear, like someone you miss a lot because he or she passed away, or because he or she is not in touch with you anymore because they don't want to, or they are not in touch with you because they want to live abroad and you have no news of those people. So remember that for our soul, for our unconscious, separation or scattering of the clan or is the same as death. It's the same as death. You gotta go to the sensitive part of our organism, right? It's just someone you don't hear anymore, someone you can't smell anymore, someone you can't see anymore, someone you can't touch anymore. Well, that person, like that person is like, for your soul, that person is dead. Perhaps that person lives in Norway and you live in, I don't know, Brazil. He's not dead, biologically speaking, but for your unconscious, that person is dead. And when you talk about that person, listen at yourself very carefully, and perhaps you refer to that person like in the past tense. I know, something like, my uncle used to be this way, my uncle was interested in this stuff. You don't say he is interested in this stuff, or he has this personality. You say something like he used to have, like, you know, like in the past tense, like perhaps your uncle is alive, right? But for your soul, your uncle is dead. So let's say you've got someone like, I know, a grandparent of yours that you miss a lot, and you would like to be in touch with this person. You miss the conversations that you used to have with this person. Well, then your biology is repeating the conflict that you are experiencing. This conflict of, I want to hear someone, but I can't hear this person anymore. That's your biology repeating the experiences of your soul. The other one, like the verbal aggression, is your biology trying to give a solution to a conflict that comes from your life experiences, right? So those are this is the auditive contact conflict, and this is what explains deafness mainly, or deafness or hearing loss, or however you wanna, I don't know, whatever name you wanna give to the symptom. Well, parish notice. The good news here is that everything is healable from the consciousness. Everything is healable. You can cure this. To do this, well, there's a path that you've got to go through. Thank you, Dexter Pumping. There's a path you gotta go through, and it begins like with something very simple. Like, you can write to me and tell me, look, Nikos, I've got the symptom. What can we do about it? Is there a way to heal this? So then I'm gonna give you a couple of exercises. Yeah. The first exercises are for free. Then there's like a fee. Because of course this is my job, and working for free is an anti-biological behavior. But if this is a way like to present this consciousness path to you, I'm giving you the chance, but I'm giving me the chance also. So, well, I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions, and we're gonna do some exercises, and after all that, I'm giving you like sort of a diagnosis, like, well, look, you've got this symptom because at this point of your life, you went through this experience exactly. You lived this, so you've got to take attention to this. Then after that, well, we must go to a path. There's a procedure to heal a symptom. Never mind what your symptom is like. It can be like something like, I don't know, I'm not getting on very well with my neighbor or my partner, or it can be something like I've got a cancer in my liver. I don't know. It can be something like very like that can take you to death, like liver cancer, or something that is not even physical. Like, I don't know, I've got trouble with my couple. I don't know, we don't get along. So everything is healable from the consciousness, because nothing is casual, and everything that happens in your life is because of something. It's because of something. So my task here is detecting, identifying why the thing is happening to this girl or this guy. Why? That's my task, and that's the first part of the consciousness path. I'm not gonna explain all the consciousness path, but if you wanna, I don't know, write to me, or like with a DM or something, I've got this problem. Can you help me? Of course you can. I'm gonna do so. So there we are. Well, this video is gonna be, I don't know, hearing loss, deafness, I don't know. And the parish notice says that everything is healable. Everything is healable. You just have to go through the path. Just have to go through the path and you're gonna have to be tough, like very insistent, right? Well, that's all for today. I hope you have a nice week. Bye bye.